We live in interesting times. Today's stories. Hundreds are dead as volcano-triggered tsunami hits Indonesia. Japan's emperor makes his final birthday address before abdicating. In Beirut, Yellow Vest protest against corruption. French President Emmanuel Macron regrets President Trump's decision to pull out troops from Syria.
En Syrie. Et je veux ici rendre hommage.
SpaceX launch of a satellite for the U.S. Air Force.
With that, Merry Christmas, viewers.
Plus, anime statues add character to a street in Tokyo. Hello everyone, I am Rose Papa Angeles, bringing you stories from around the globe. And this is Eagle News, Washington, D.C. Voicing fears that the toll would rise further, officials said Sunday. A volcano-triggered tsunami has left hundreds of people dead and hundreds more injured after slamming without warning into beaches around Indonesia's Sunda Strait. National Disaster Agency spokesman Sutopo Purwo Nugroho said hundreds of buildings were destroyed by the wave, which hit the coast of southern Sumatra and the western tip of Java about 9:30 p.m. following the eruption of a volcano known as the child of the legendary Krakatau. Search and rescue teams were scouring rubble for survivors, with more than 500 people injured and several reported missing across 3 regions. Images broadcast on television showed the wave pushed a tangled mess of corrugated steel roofing, timber, rubble, and float some inland from the coast at Karita Beach, a popular day-tripping spot on the west coast of Java. Elsewhere, it uprooted trees and left a trail of debris strewn across the ground. Japan's Emperor Akihito made a rare emotional address ahead of his abdication next year, his voice trembling as he discussed the legacy of World War II and his appreciation for Empress Michiko and the public. Akihito, who marked his 85th birthday Sunday, said in a pre-recorded press address that he sensed deep comfort that his 30-year reign was ending without war in Japan. The deeply adored emperor, who will become the first Japanese royal to abdicate in more than 2 centuries, pointed to countless lives lost in the war, which was fought under the name of his father Hirohito, who died in 1989. Akihito also reiterated the importance of accurately teaching history to young people. His eldest son, Crown Prince Naruhito, will ascend to the chrysanthemum throne on May 1st. He said, quote, "I have believed it is important not to forget that countless lives were lost in World War II and that the peace and prosperity of post-war Japan was built upon the numerous sacrifices and tireless efforts made by the Japanese people, and to pass on this history accurately to those born after the war." He said, "It gives me deep comfort that the Heisei era, his reign, is coming to an end, free of war in Japan." During his reign, soft-spoken Akihito has used his speeches and travels to express his strong pacifist views, which are sharply at odds with the aggressive expansionism Japan pursued under his father's rule. His insistence on remembering the history has drawn a sharp contrast with conservative ideologues who have attempted to gloss over Japan's wartime records. Akihito said his reign has been a quest for what is a desirable role as the emperor as the constitutional symbol of Japan. And he thanked Empress Michiko, the first commoner to join the tradition-bound family, for standing by his side. His voice quivering, he said, quote, "As I come to the end of my journey as emperor, I would like to thank from the bottom of my heart the many people who accepted and continue to support me as a symbol of the state." I am also truly grateful to the Empress, who herself was once one of the people, but who chose to walk this path with me, and over 60 long years continued to serve with great devotion, both the imperial family and the people of Japan. Akihito has worked to bring the royal household closer to the people and actively visited various regions, particularly to meet with socially weak individuals and desperate families hit by natural disasters. Hundreds of Lebanese took to the streets Sunday in Beirut to protest rampant corruption and poor living conditions as anger mounts over political deadlock that has left the country without a government since May. People marched to the Prime Minister's office in central Beirut to demonstrate against Lebanon's fractious political class, widespread graft, and failing public services. Some protesters sported the iconic yellow vest worn by anti-government protesters in France, adorned with a cedar tree, Lebanon's national symbol. Parliamentary polls in May gave Saad Hariri a new term as prime minister, but 7 months on, debate still drags on over ministerial portfolios. Demonstrators demanded what they call their most basic rights, including a reintroduction of housing loans, stalled for nearly a year, and more access to health care, water, and electricity. They were met by security forces who erected a cordon in the city center. Dozens also demonstrated in the northern city of Tripoli and in Nibatayi in the south. The protests came after hundreds took part in a demonstration led by Lebanon's Communist Party last Sunday. Lebanon's economy is on the brink of collapse, and France warned this month that the country could soon miss out on a much-needed aid program agreed in Paris earlier this year if the political deadlock continues.
طلبنا كثيرة ولكن عندنا مطلبين أساسيات هن تخفيض سعر المحروقات والملف الصحي اللي نحن بحاجة له وكل لبناني بحاجة له. احنا عم نحكي باسم كل موجوع لبناني وبكل فقير لبناني. يعطيك العافية.
حدا ومثل ما غيرت كل الدول النظام نحن بدنا نغير نظامنا، ومثل ما مصر وتونس والمغرب وليبيا غيروا النظام نحن بدنا نغير النظام، وهيدا النظام الفاسد وكلهم فاسدين جايين للتغيير وبس، للتغيير وبس، كل شيء بده يتغير.
Coming up, French President Emmanuel Macron regrets President Trump's decision to pull out troops from Syria. SpaceX launch of a satellite for the U.S. Air Force. Eagle News, Washington, D.C. will be right back. Welcome back. You're watching Eagle News, Washington, D.C. French President Emmanuel Macron on Sunday criticized U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to withdraw American forces from Syria, saying an ally must be reliable. Speaking in the Chad capital, N'Djamena, Macron said he deeply regrets the decision by Trump to pull out U.S. troops. Macron also paid tribute to Defense Secretary James Mattis, who said he was resigning on Thursday after Trump's Syria announcement.
Sur le sujet de nos alliés américains, je regrette très profondément la décision prise en Syrie et je veux ici rendre hommage au général Mattis et aux propos qui ont accompagné cette décision. J'ai pu constater depuis 1 an et demi combien le général Mattis, et la ministre des Armées le sait, a été un interlocuteur fiable et a constamment rappelé l'importance de ce qu'est être allié. Être allié, c'est combattre épaule contre épaule. C'est la chose la plus importante pour un chef d'État et chef des armées. Ça veut dire que vous acceptez que vos soldats combattent et prennent des risques aux côtés d'autres soldats et parfois qu'ils remettent leur vie dans la main des forces alliées. Nous ne devons pas oublier que depuis le début de notre implication au Levant, la coalition internationale, dont les États-Unis d'Amérique sont la force principale et la charnière, ont opéré en Syrie avec un appui, les FDS.
A SpaceX rocket on Sunday blasted off a powerful GPS satellite for the U.S. Air Force, marking its 21st and final launch for the year 2018. The White Falcon 9 rocket took off under sunny blue skies at 8:51 in the morning from Cape Canaveral in Florida. The launch sent the Global Positioning System 3 space vehicle satellite into space to join the Air Force's constellation of 31 operational GPS satellites. A SpaceX statement said it promises 3 times better accuracy and an extended 15-year operational life. Billions of people worldwide depend on GPS to support financial, transportation, and agricultural infrastructure. SpaceX said that rocket was a rare, expendable version of the Falcon 9 since it would not attempt to re-land the booster after launch, needing to reserve all the rocket fuel to propel the satellite to its distant orbit.
Stage separation confirmed.
When we come back, anime statues add character to a street in Tokyo. Eagle News Washington, D.C. will return shortly. This is Eagle News, Washington, D.C. I am Rose Papa Angeles. In Tokyo, among the many attractions that tourists purpose to see there is a street corner where anime statues add more personality to the already characterful capital city of Japan. Eagle News correspondent Tyrannel Piltlu with the details.
Hi! Behind me today is the famous producer of Japanese anime, the company Bandai. For the locals, this place is just considered as ordinary or just a normal place, but not for tourists.
Passing by this street, you will see a lot of travelers taking their photos with these all-time famous characters displayed just outside the building along Edo Street in Kumagata, Taitoku, Tokyo. The company changes the characters displayed from time to time, so what you might have seen a few years back may not be the same with what are on display now.
Hello from Doraemon!
Doraemon, the blue robotic cat that travels back in time from the 22nd century to help his friend Nobita, has been one of the kids' favorites here.
Whoever doesn't know this famous anime character must have lived under the rock.
Son Goku is the main protagonist character in the anime series Dragon Ball Z. He has been displayed here since 2017. This is the Bandai's head office, a giant toy manufacturer that aims to foster creativity and dreams among kids and non-kids alike.
Reporting from Tokyo, Japan, this is Tyrannel Piltlu for Eagle News International, and I am 1 with 25.
That is today's Eagle News, Washington, D.C. Join us tomorrow for stories that matter to you. Visit our websites at Eaglenews.PH and Eaglenewslive.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/EagleNewsPH. Thank you for watching. I am Rose Papa Angeles, and I am 1 with 25.